Alright, so we're going to be writing tangent x in terms of cosine x in quadrant 2. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a substitution where y is equal to cosine x. So all we have to do is write it in terms of y instead of writing it in terms of cosine. Now, this might make it look a bit more complicated, but this is actually more simple because y is the same as y divided by 1. And if we remember from SOHCAHTOA, the cosine is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. We can look back here and see that this becomes our adjacent side, and this is our hypotenuse. Now, let's draw a right triangle here, and cosine of x, let's put x here, is adjacent over hypotenuse. Now, with a bit of Pythagorean theorem, we can figure out that this is the square root of 1 minus y squared. And we're looking for tangent. So, and a tangent is this one, so it's opposite over adjacent. Our opposite side is here, so let's put that down, 1 minus y squared over our adjacent, which is y. Now, let's figure out the sign of this expression. Is it positive or negative? So, since we're in quadrant 2, as denoted here, I'm going to draw these 4 quadrants here. Quadrant 2 is over here. Now, is cosine positive or negative in quadrant 2? Cosine will be negative because cosine is the x-coordinate of this, and x is negative in quadrant 2. So, it's negative. Let's put that down. Now, is tangent positive or negative in quadrant 2? Tangent is the slope, and if x is an angle in quadrant 2, then the slope of this line will be negative. So tangent is negative. Now, we're going to substitute back in cosine for y, because we said that y was equal to cosine x, right? So here we have the square root of 1 minus cosine x squared over cosine x. Now, the output of this square root here will always be positive, and this cosine will be negative, because we said that from earlier, it's negative. So a positive over a negative is a negative, so this whole expression will be negative. Now, since tangent is negative, and this expression is meant to represent tangent, this means that they're equal. They're already both negative. So we don't need any additional negatives or signs. So I'm going to erase it back here, and just put tangent back in here, and we're done.